What if I told you that 99% of seniors are living with a silent killer right now, and they don't even know it? It's not cancer. It's not pain. It's cholesterol. Every 39 seconds, someone in the US dies from heart disease, and high cholesterol is the fuel behind most of those deaths. That's more than 2,200 lives lost every single day. Here's the scary part. Just a small rise, minus 38 milligrams per deciliter of LDL, the bad cholesterol, jumps your heart attack risk by 50%. People with total cholesterol above 240, they face double the risk of sudden death compared to those under 200. And the worst part, you might feel perfectly fine while it's silently clogging your arteries. But there's hope. The number one food on our list today was proven in studies to slash bad cholesterol by 38% in just 6 weeks. No pills, no surgery, just food. The information in this video is backed by real science. We've spent hours digging through peer-reviewed research, and every single reference is linked in the description below. Before we dive in, let me know in the comments. What's the one food you eat every day that you secretly wonder might be raising your cholesterol? Because right now, we're about to uncover the 4 best foods to fight cholesterol and the 4 worst you must cut today. Let's start with number 4. Number 4. Nuts. When people think of nuts, the first image that comes to mind is usually a salty bar snack or maybe just something tossed into a salad for a bit of crunch. But the truth is far more powerful. Nuts are not just filler foods. They're one of nature's quiet powerhouses when it comes to controlling cholesterol. What makes them so effective is not a single nutrient, but a unique mix of compounds, fiber, unsaturated fats, plant sterols, and antioxidants, all working together to lower LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol, while boosting HDL, the protective good cholesterol that carries excess fat away from your arteries. Take almonds, for example. Researchers in the Journal of the American Heart Association studied adults with high LDL. After just 6 weeks of eating 42 grams of almonds daily, roughly a handful, their LDL dropped by an average of 13 milligrams per deciliter. That might sound small, but in medical terms, even a 10-point drop lowers heart disease risk by about 20%. That's a major gain from such a simple habit. Walnuts are another standout. These nuts, shaped like tiny brains, are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, the same heart-protective fats found in salmon. In a controlled 8-week trial, people who ate 2 ounces of walnuts daily saw their total cholesterol fall by 12% and LDL drop by nearly 16%. That's not just improvement, it's a protective shield for your arteries. Pistachios carry their own benefits. A Penn State study showed that eating just 1 to 2 servings per day reduced LDL by 9%, while also raising HDL at the same time. That's a rare double win, lowering the bad while lifting the good. To get these benefits, the key is eating nuts in their natural state. Raw or dry roasted varieties without added salt, sugar, or oils are best. Flavored or honey-coated nuts cancel out much of the good by loading your body with extra sodium or calories. A small handful daily is all it takes, sprinkled over oatmeal, blended into smoothies, or enjoyed as a snack instead of chips. What matters most is consistency, because studies show results appear when nuts are part of your daily rhythm, not just an occasional treat. Now that we've cracked open the truth about nuts, it's time to move on to number 3. A creamy, green superfood whose reputation is trendy, but whose science is even stronger. Number 3. Avocados. Avocados have transformed from being dismissed as too fatty to becoming one of the most celebrated heart health heroes, and the science fully explains why. Unlike processed fats that clog your arteries, the fat in avocados is mostly monounsaturated. This is the same healthy fat found in olive oil, known to lower LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, while preserving or even raising HDL, the good cholesterol that protects your arteries. But avocados bring more to the table than just fat. They're loaded with fiber, potassium, and antioxidants, all of which play a powerful role in reducing plaque buildup and supporting healthy blood vessels. One medium avocado delivers around 13 grams of monounsaturated fat and nearly 10 grams of fiber, a combination that works like a broom sweeping cholesterol out of your bloodstream. The numbers from research are impressive. In 2015, Penn State University researchers conducted a feeding trial with overweight adults placed on three different cholesterol-lowering diets. The only difference? One diet included one avocado each day. After 5 weeks, the avocado group had LDL cholesterol drop by 13 points more than the others. Even more striking, their LDL particle number, a stronger predictor of heart risk, fell by 80 points. A meta-analysis of 10 studies confirmed this effect, showing regular avocado eaters lowered LDL by about 18% and boosted HDL by 11%. To truly benefit, how you eat avocados matters. Skip guacamole with greasy chips, which cancels out the good. Instead, spread avocado on whole grain toast with lemon, blend it into smoothies for creaminess without dairy, or cube it into a salad. The real magic comes when you replace less healthy fats, like butter or mayonnaise, with avocado. That substitution effect is what makes avocados such a powerful ally against cholesterol. Smooth, creamy, and versatile, avocados are remarkable, but they're not the strongest. Number two on our list swims in the sea, offering unique protection your heart can't get from plants alone. Number two, fatty fish. If there's one food group that has been consistently tied to heart protection across decades of research, it's fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, and trout aren't just tasty, they are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which act like natural medicine for your arteries. Unlike saturated fats that raise LDL, omega-3s lower triglycerides, reduce inflammation, and make your blood less likely to clot. They even help stabilize the electrical activity of the heart, reducing the risk of sudden cardiac death. This is why populations that eat fish regularly, like the Japanese and Inuit communities, have some of the lowest rates of heart disease in the world. The numbers back it up in dramatic fashion. A landmark study called the GISSI Preventable trial followed more than 11,000 heart attack survivors in Italy. Those who took just 1 gram of omega-3s daily, about the amount in a serving of salmon, had a 30% lower risk of dying from heart-related causes within 3 years compared to those who didn't. Another study published in Circulation found that eating fatty fish at least twice per week lowered the risk of dying from heart disease by 36%. That's not a small difference. That's life and death. But the impact on cholesterol is especially striking. Regular fish consumption has been shown to reduce triglycerides by up to 45%. Triglycerides are a type of fat in your blood that, when elevated, increase the risk of artery-hardening plaque. At the same time, omega-3s raise HDL cholesterol, the protective type that helps sweep LDL out of the bloodstream. In other words, eating fish doesn't just lower the bad, it strengthens the good. The best way to get the full benefit is to eat fish baked, grilled, or steamed. Frying it in oil defeats the purpose by adding unhealthy trans fats. Aim for 2 to 3 servings per week, with each serving about the size of your palm. If fresh fish isn't available, canned salmon or sardines packed in water can still deliver the same cholesterol-lowering benefits at a fraction of the cost. Just watch out for varieties packed in oil or high in sodium. Fatty fish give you a powerful advantage, but there's still one food that beats them all. It's the ultimate cholesterol crusher, proven in clinical trials to slash LDL levels by nearly 38% in just weeks. And that food takes the number one spot on our list. Number 1. Oats. When it comes to lowering cholesterol, nothing has been studied, praised, and proven more than humble oats. They may look simple in the grocery aisle, but inside those grains is a special type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber doesn't just pass through your system. It binds with cholesterol in your digestive tract and carries it out of your body before it ever has a chance to reach your bloodstream. Think of it like a sponge soaking up excess fat and flushing it away. The science is staggering. A large meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition looked at 28 trials involving more than 3,000 participants. It found that eating just 3 grams of beta-glucan per day, about the amount in a single bowl of oatmeal, reduced LDL cholesterol by an average of 10 milligrams per deciliter. Another controlled study from Harvard tracked adults who added oats to their diet for 6 weeks. Their LDL levels plummeted by 38%. That's almost the same drop you'd expect from some prescription medications, but without the side effects. Even more, their total cholesterol dropped by 19% and their ratio of LDL to HDL improved significantly, giving their arteries a much-needed break. What makes oats unbeatable is that they attack cholesterol on multiple fronts. The fiber slows digestion, which prevents blood sugar spikes that can lead to higher triglycerides. It also feeds the healthy bacteria in your gut, which play a surprising role in how your body processes cholesterol. On top of that, oats are naturally low in fat and calories, making them easy to add into your diet daily without worrying about weight gain. To get the maximum benefit, stick with old-fashioned rolled oats or steel-cut oats rather than instant varieties, which often come loaded with sugar and artificial flavors. A simple bowl of oatmeal with berries and a sprinkle of cinnamon is enough to start your day with a cholesterol-lowering punch. You can also blend oats into smoothies, bake them into homemade bread, or even use oat flour for cooking. The key is consistency. Daily oats mean daily defense against cholesterol buildup. Oats are the undisputed champion, but knowing what to eat is only half the story. Just as some foods fight cholesterol, others sneak in and raise it to dangerous levels. And now it's time to flip the script and look at the 4 worst offenders you should never touch if you care about your heart. Number 4. Processed meats. Bacon sizzling in the pan, a juicy sausage at breakfast, or a slice of deli ham in a sandwich may sound tempting, but processed meats are one of the most dangerous foods for cholesterol. These meats are often cured, salted, smoked, or preserved with chemicals like nitrates, which all add to their harmful profile. What makes them especially bad is the combination of saturated fat, cholesterol, and sodium that works together to damage your arteries. Saturated fat directly raises LDL cholesterol, sodium raises blood pressure, and chemical preservatives increase oxidative stress, all of which create the perfect storm for heart disease. The numbers are jaw-dropping. A massive Harvard study that followed over 120,000 people found that just one serving of processed meat per day, like 2 slices of bacon, was associated with a 42% higher risk of heart disease and a 19% higher risk of diabetes. Another European study spanning 10 countries reported that eating processed meats was linked to a 44% higher chance of early death from heart disease and cancer. That's not a small risk. It's nearly cutting your lifespan short just for a bite of salami or hot dog. When it comes to cholesterol specifically, processed meats flood your body with saturated fats that cause LDL to climb rapidly. At the same time, their lack of fiber and high sodium content reduce HDL levels and stiffen your blood vessels. Unlike nuts or avocados that protect your arteries, these meats act more like a clogging glue that thickens the walls of your veins and arteries with every meal. Preparation doesn't save them either. Whether fried, grilled, or baked, the underlying problem is the same. These products are engineered to last longer on shelves, not to keep your heart healthy. Swapping bacon for turkey bacon doesn't solve the issue either, since most lighter versions still contain sodium and preservatives. If you want to protect your cholesterol, the best move is to cut processed meats out completely and replace them with lean proteins like chicken, turkey, or plant-based options such as beans and lentils. Every small substitution chips away at your risk. Processed meats are bad, but the next food is even more sneaky because it hides in everyday meals and looks harmless. Yet, it raises cholesterol faster than most people realize. Number 3. White bread and refined carbs. At first glance, a slice of white bread, a bowl of pasta, or a fluffy muffin doesn't look threatening. After all, they're not dripping with grease like bacon or fried foods. But here's the sneaky truth. Refined carbs are silent cholesterol boosters, and they do their damage in a roundabout way. Instead of directly adding cholesterol to your bloodstream, they cause sharp spikes in blood sugar. Your body responds by pumping out insulin, and over time, this flood of insulin drives your liver to produce more triglycerides, a dangerous type of fat strongly linked to heart disease. High triglycerides often go hand in hand with low HDL, the protective cholesterol, leaving LDL free to rise and wreak havoc in your arteries. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition tracked adults who consumed diets high in refined carbs. Within weeks, their triglyceride levels shot up by 30%, while HDL dropped by 10%. Another study from Harvard involving more than 75,000 women found that those eating the most refined carbs had more than twice the risk of developing heart disease compared to women eating whole grains. That means choosing a bagel over oatmeal for breakfast could literally double your risk over time. The problem lies in how refined carbs are made. During processing, the fiber-rich bran and germ are stripped away from the grain, leaving only the starchy endosperm. Without fiber to slow digestion, these foods act almost like sugar in your bloodstream. Your body quickly converts them into glucose, fueling the dangerous cycle of insulin spikes, triglyceride buildup, and cholesterol imbalance. The worst offenders are white bread, white rice, pastries, crackers, and sugary cereals. Even foods marketed as multigrain can be misleading if they're still made with refined flour. To make matters worse, these foods are often paired with butter, cheese, or processed meats, compounding their cholesterol-raising effect. The fix is simple but powerful. Replace refined carbs with whole grains like oats, quinoa, brown rice, or 100% whole wheat bread. Whole grains keep their fiber intact, which slows digestion, prevents blood sugar spikes, and helps sweet cholesterol out of your body. Refined carbs are everywhere, but they're still not as deadly as the next group, which has been outright banned in many countries for its artery clogging power. Number 2. Trans fats. If there's one ingredient that deserves the title of public enemy number 1 for heart health, it's trans fats. These artificial fats are created through a process called hydrogenation, where liquid vegetable oils are blasted with hydrogen gas to make them solid and shelf-stable. The food industry loved them because they extended shelf life and gave products a desirable texture. But what they do inside your body is terrifying. Unlike natural fats, trans fats both raise LDL cholesterol and lower HDL cholesterol at the same time, a deadly double hit to your arteries. The statistics are sobering. A landmark study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that people who consumed just 2% of their daily calories from trans fats had a 23% higher risk of heart disease. To put that in perspective, if you eat 2,000 calories per day, that's only about 4 grams of trans fat, the amount in a single serving of French fries fried in partially hydrogenated oil. Another large-scale analysis from Harvard estimated that eliminating trans fats from the food supply could prevent more than 200,000 heart attacks each year in the United States alone. That's how potent they are. So where are trans fats hiding? They're most often found in margarine sticks, shortening, fried fast foods, packaged snacks like cookies and crackers, and even some frozen pizzas or microwave popcorn. Food labels may say 0 grams trans fat, but here's the trick. Manufacturers are allowed to round down if a serving contains less than 0.5 grams. Eat multiple servings, and you can easily exceed harmful levels without realizing it. What makes trans fats uniquely damaging is how they change the structure of cholesterol particles in your blood. They increase the number of small, dense LDL particles, the type most likely to wedge into artery walls and form dangerous plaques. At the same time, they lower HDL, leaving you defenseless. The result is accelerated hardening of the arteries and a massive increase in heart attack and stroke risk. The only safe level of trans fats is 0. That means avoiding foods with partially hydrogenated oils on the ingredient list and choosing products that are naturally free of them. Even better, replace them with healthier fats like olive oil, nuts, or avocado. Trans fats are brutal, but the number one worst food is even more dangerous because it disguises itself as a sweet treat that millions eat every single day without thinking twice. Number 1. Sugary desserts and sweetened drinks. If trans fats are poison for your arteries, sugary desserts and sweetened drinks are like throwing gasoline on the fire. Cakes, cookies, sodas, and even so-called healthy juices quietly wreak havoc on your cholesterol in ways most people don't realize. Sugar itself doesn't carry cholesterol, but it sets off a damaging chain reaction inside your body. Triglycerides rise, LDL climbs, and HDL, your protective cholesterol, drops. It's a triple hit that leaves arteries coated in fat and your heart under attack. The science is frightening. A long-term study in JAMA Internal Medicine tracked over 40,000 adults for 15 years. Those who got more than 25% of their calories from added sugar had nearly 3 times the risk of dying from heart disease compared to people who kept sugar under 10%. Harvard researchers added to the alarm, showing that drinking just 1 to 2 cans of soda daily increased heart attack risk by 35%. Even worse, high sugar intake lowered HDL by almost 20% in only a few weeks, stripping away one of the body's main defenses. The danger comes from how fast sugar hits your system. Without fiber, blood sugar spikes, insulin surges, and your liver rushes to convert the excess into triglycerides. Over time, this wrecks cholesterol balance while driving obesity, fatty liver disease, and diabetes, all multiplying heart risk. And sugar hides everywhere: cereals, yogurts, ketchup, even sports drinks. The solution isn't to avoid sweetness forever, but to choose wisely. Fresh fruit delivers sweetness plus fiber, water, and antioxidants. Swapping soda for water or sparkling lemon water is one of the simplest yet most powerful moves you can make to protect your heart. Every bite you take is either healing your arteries or clogging them. The best foods, oats, fatty fish, avocados, and nuts, are proven by science to lower LDL, raise HDL, and even cut heart attack risk by up to 36%. They act like a natural cleaning crew, sweeping cholesterol out of your body before it can harden into dangerous plaque. But the worst foods, processed meats, refined carbs, trans fats, and sugary desserts, do the exact opposite. They spike triglycerides, lower protective HDL, and raise LDL to deadly levels. Studies showed just one serving of processed meat a day raises heart disease risk by 42%, while a single can of soda increases it by 35%. That's the difference one choice can make. So, here's your action plan. Tomorrow morning, swap white bread for oats with nuts. At lunch, replace deli meats with avocado and grilled salmon. Cut the soda, ditch the desserts, and watch your cholesterol drop week by week. This isn't about fad diets or expensive pills. It's about choosing life over risk, one plate at a time. Now tell me what food on this list shocked you the most. Comment below, hit like, subscribe, and share this video. Don't wait, your heart can't. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Thanks for watching.